everyone, good day. My name is Ivar Macapobre and welcome to Ivar's channel. And for today's very special content of this video vlog, of course, we are going to feature our top 10 amazing, Gwapo and outstanding gentlemen who have given pride and prestige to our beloved city, Toledo City. But before I'm going to give these 10 outstanding gentlemen, let me first extend my profound gratitude to all of my subscribers. We are now 335 total subscribers. And guess what? I am so proud and happy because this is just my 10th day of vlogging.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
And that wouldn't be made possible without your resounding support. So again, I thank you so much for being so supportive to all of my friends, colleagues, and students, and even my family. Thank you all so much. So I owe my courage and my strength to all of you. Okay, now this time, once again, as what I have told you, we are going to feature these 10 outstanding gentlemen. So itong 10 gentleman na ito ay dapat lang bigyan natin ng parangal or acknowledgement because silang lahat ay nagbigay po ng karangalan sa ating syudad ng Toledo. And yes, nagtatagalog po ako para naman maintindihan ako sa lahat ng mga viewers and subscribers ko na galing pa sa Manila at saka sa iba na nandun sa ibang bansa na nagtatagalog. Alright, at nice ko lang pong sabihin sa inyo that I've really done research for this because of course I haven't known some of their backgrounds and credentials, so that is why I need to do some research so that I could give you, of course, beneficial information to inspire our youths, especially those children who are watching this very inspiring video vlog content. So let's start off with our gentleman number 1, and he happens to be nawala yata. Okay, here. Our Jake Julius Brian Gakang, or famously known as Jake Gakang. Again, si Jake Gakang po ay nanggaling sa Harden, Toledo City. So Jake Gakang, by the way, has been playing violin for more than 10 years. And we first saw him on television when he joined Pilipinas Got Talent. Okay, where I guess nag-finalist siya sa Pilipinas Got Talent. Alright. So, si Jake Gakang din ay na-feature sa iba't ibang news publishing companies. And to name a few, we have Cebu Daily News, Philstar, Sunstar, Inker.net, at marami pa pong iba. So, by the way, Jake Gakang has been playing violin so nicely with his curly hair and his very good groovy moves, of course, not just here in the Philippines but all over the world, or I must say all over the universe, because he is becoming so famous now in other countries. Alright, so by the way, si Jake Gakang nga pala has been a recipient of several gold medals, silver, and a lot of titles. In fact, during the WCOPA 2016, he was able to grab 6 gold medals and 1 silver medal and became a 5-time champion of the world of violin performance. Imagine that. You are able to have yourself as the champion for 5 consecutive times. That's wow! Again, that is Julius Gakang, or also known as Jake Gakang. Okay, so ngayon po, si Julius Jake Gakang, or si Jake Julius Gakang, actually, there was one event in Ormoc City. I hosted a wedding, and it so happened that Sir Jake Gakang was the invited performer, so of his violin, with his violin. So, of course, I have heard how good he is. And also in Toledo City, he has had concerts and events as to where he performed. So, I am so amazed, and of course I am so proud that I am also a Toledano just like him. So that is why I am featuring Jake Gakang in this video blog. So once again, to Jake Gakang, congratulations and thank you so much for making us Toledanos so proud. The entire Toledo is so proud of you. And of course, for you to check who is Jake Gakang, here are some of his pictures. Roll VTR. Now down to our second outstanding gentleman here in Toledo City. And by the way, these gentlemen are not ranked. Okay, so again, these are in random order since all of them are very distinguished, of course, and very outstanding in different ways. So our second one is Jimmy Marquez of Lutupan, Toledo City. Sa lahat ng mga taga-Lutupan dyan, kaway-kaway. And of course, bigyan natin ng isang masigabong palakpakan si Jimmy Marquez na taga-Vignan. Okay, si Jimmy Marquez po ay ating unang nakilala nung siya ay sumali sa Search for a Star in a Million 2006 as to where he became a finalist. Do you still remember him? Of course, who can't remember Jimmy Marquez, who sang very well with his very nice look, with his curly hair and everything. So, Jimmy Marquez has become a very good singer and actor in ABS-CBN. In fact, he has rolled in several movies and teleseries in ABS-CBN. So, to name a few, he was Sylvester in Starla 2019, and he was also a salon employee in A Secret Affair 2012, na pinagbidahan ni na Ann Curtis at ni Jeric Ramsey. And of course, of All the Things 2012, in which he was the host in that movie. Alright, so for us to know, he was also an international winner. So international contest winner, as to where he won as a second place in Shanghai in 2006. Okay, so that's credible because I have searched this in Facebook and this was uploaded, I guess, sa USJR page. Kasi si Jimmy Marquez was a USJR student way back in his college years. So, and of course, he had his high school in Toledo City. Okay, as a member of the USJR Dramatics and Cultural Ensemble, he played Riff in a production of West Side Story, toured Las Vegas and California, and joined the Springville Wood Folk Fest in Utah. So again, he's not just performing here in the Philippines, but he's also performing in different stages in, of course, or theaters in the different countries all over the world. So again, that is Jimmy Marquez. So Jimmy Marquez, right after his winning or as a finalist in Star in a Million, he became Sarah G's The Other Side of Me US tour act on stage. So again, he sang during Sarah G's concert in US. And of course, he was able to have and record his first album in Viva Records. So once again, that is Jimmy Marquez of Lutupan, Toledo City. So if you are still remembering him, let's take a look back of these pictures right here. Of course, this time down to our third outstanding gentleman, and he is no other than Mr. J.R. Shabok of Awihao, Toledo City. Yay! To all of our friends in Awihao, Toledo City who are now watching this time, once again, give a big round of applause to your pride, our pride, Mr. J.R. Shabok. So si Mr. J.R. Shabok first appeared on TV when he was a scholar in Pinoy Dream Academy. So that is again a talent search in ABS-CBN as to where he was hailed first runner-up next to Yang Constantino. Wow, that is so nice, and we're so proud of him during that time of winning.
Oh my God! Wow!
You're right, Jeric Shabok, right after his winning, has a very successful and booming career. So, since he has rolled in several teleseries in ABS-CBN. So he first appeared on television on Your Song, and then won the role of Jeffrey in the primetime TV series Pangarap na Bituin. He also starred in the action TV series entitled Palos, portraying the role of Agent Enzo together with Jake Cuenca. So si J.R. Shabok, meron din siyang role na superhero siya sa ABS-CBN, di ba? Naalala nyo ba yon? And of course, he has had a lot of songs recorded songs, of course, which are played in TV and in karaoke. So I have two favorite songs of his, and these are May Tama Rin Ako and Hiling, which are of course two of his famous hits. Once again, that is J.R. Shabok, ang nagpasikat sa kantang Hilot. So, of course, let's take a look of his pictures right here. So this time, let's have our fourth outstanding gentleman of Toledo City. And he is Mr. Jal Joshua Libonfasel of Tubod, Toledo City. Yay! Okay, so Jal Joshua, once again, thank you so much for accepting this request that you are to be featured in this video vlog. Alright, so Jal Joshua used to join contests here in Toledo City when he was still at his very young age. In fact, I have seen him perform in Barba Sports Complex when he was the champion of Sing at the Park, Toledo City. So that's Jal Joshua. I also saw him when he joined a contest in Kabituunan, Toledo City. Okay, Jal Joshua Libonfasel, for us to know, was the first runner-up of Australia's Got Talent in 2009. Right, he was the first runner-up, almost the grand champion of the largest television talent program in Australia. And he was 12 years old that time. Wow, imagine, maka-proud kayo, no? That is why I'm so happy. Of course, I thought of him to be featured in this video vlog because, of course, this is something to be acknowledged, worth acknowledging for. Right after that big winning of Mr. Jal Joshua, of course, he became famous in the entire Australia because of his very nice angelic voice. Alright, so it was then that he was able to be invited to sign a contract with Sony, as to where he had his first debut album entitled I've Got Tomorrow. And the CD was released in October 2009 and has been widely acclaimed in all over Australia. So once again, that is our very proud and our pride, Jal Joshua Libonfasel. And guess what? He also was one of the finalists in the very famous Search in Australia, X Factor Australia in 2014. Alright? But of course, singing is not just his passion because he also loves to dance. And even at this very moment, he's very famous in the entire Europe, US, and even in Australia because of his prowess in dancing. Alright, so as of this moment, Jal Joshua Libonfasel is a dancer at House of Milan. He worked at the Dream Dance Company and has performed several dances in all over the world. And to name a few, he has performed in several cities in US, also in Australia, and in Europe. So, ang Europe, iya yun ang gibalik-balik just to perform and to guests. So, kanipon si Jal Joshua is also having dance classes as to where he is going to coach and teach those aspirants who are actually wanting to dance. So, if you want to know more about Jal Joshua Libonfasel, just search his Facebook, that is Jal Joshua. Alright, so there he is, Mr. Jal Joshua. And of course, let's take a look of his pictures right here. We're going to have our fifth outstanding gentleman. Allow me first to ask you for an apology. So I apologize kay sigitog ana sa akong classes kay mahug manggod siya because for all you know, it's actually broken, but I have to wear this. So this is broken when we had an event in Cebu where I used to kanaging trapuhan akong maayo, and then wala ko kabantay na ana din ako sa DI. So then naabot ang COVID, so it's hard for me to go in Cebu, and then kana mga eye opticals kay mga sirado. So that is why I still managed to have this on, especially when I have to read, because of course I couldn't read the words properly. Okay, now this time, so much for that. That's a very, 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 very talkative of me. So let's have our fifth outstanding gentleman, and he is no other than the famous Christopher Mendrez of Awihaw, Toledo City. Hey! So grabe na, daghan kang talented sa Awihaw. I could say Sir Warren Pantaliano. So si Sir Warren Pantaliano nga po pala ay pumanaw na, I guess, mga 3 months ago or 4 months ago. Siya po ay isang napakagaling na singer. I have seen his concerts in Awihaw National High School, in Barba Sports Complex, and he was so good. My favorite song of his was Mama, Bohemian Rhapsody. So that is my favorite song of Mr. Warren Pantaliano. And of course, still, I have known some friends from Awihaw who are good singers and artists. So, ang grabe ang Awihaw, no? Pulido kaayo sa talent. Okay, Christopher Mendrez of Awihaw, Toledo City. So, I first saw him on television when he joined Tawag ng Tanghalan sa Showtime, and he was in Tawag ng Tanghalan sa Showtime. So, during that contest, he became a defending champion for a couple of days, and then later on became one of the finalists. Alright, so Christopher Mendrez is now a very famous lead vocalist of the Upgrade band Cebu. Actually, there was an event that I hosted in Cebu in which they also performed, the Upgrade band. So I have seen their crew or their band members in that event. Alright, so he has performed in Miami, Florida. He has performed in Stardust Theater of Norwegian Star. So actually, he has been performing in big cruise ships. Yes, cruise ships. So that is actually where I am seeing a lot of pictures of him in Facebook that he is playing in cruise ships. And Grand Atrium NCL Star. Yes, that's correct. So actually, I have gathered these informations from their Facebook accounts and Twitter accounts, and of course to the rest of the internet or web searches like Google and whatnot. So to all of the photographers as to where I got all the pictures from, to all the featured let's say articles, thank you so much. And of course, with high respect, I owe credits for you. Alright, so there we have it, Mr. Christopher Mendrez. And for us to be able to check one more time Mr. Christopher Mendrez, who is now very famous worldwide, let's take a look at this. Now, without much further ado, let's have our gentleman number 6. And he is Mr. Don Quiamco of Don's Gym. Remember? Okay, he is very popular, especially that he owns a gym in Toledo City. Mr. Don Quiamco is a bodybuilder. So imagine that, a bodybuilder, just like this one. Well, okay, a bodybuilder. Right, so these are among, or I'll say some of his winning bodybuilding contests. Okay, here. So si Don Quiamco, I don't know if from where is he in Toledo City, but I guess in Poblacion, or yeah, somewhere in Poblacion. Okay, he was the men's building 80 kilogram and below champion and men's bodybuilding masters champion that was held in Manila. So during IFBB Philippines Nationals, that is in 2019. So again, he was the grand champion of bodybuilding. And of course, when we are going to watch bodybuilding contests, there are a lot of participants. And imagine yourself winning the champion. So, diba? It is something so overwhelming and we must be proud of it. Okay, so yes, and during the Phil Asia International Championship in 2019, which was held in Boracay, so he joined in the master category. And guess what? He was the grand champion during that time. Yes, a big round of applause to Mr. Don Quiamco. Okay, so he also joined in Mr. Maas in 2019, in which he became the open weight division grand champion and the overall champion during the Battle of Greatness. So with these winning titles, of course, it is such an adorable moment for us to acknowledge his efforts bringing Toledo City in the national and international bodybuilding contest. Okay, here. So, in Mr. Bohol Sandogo, he was also hailed as the overall champion and open division champion. So that was in Bohol. And he also became overall champion and open division champion in IFBB Coron Muscle Wars in 2019. So as you have heard it, most of these awards, or shall I say all of these awards, were grabbed during 2019. So wa pa nailabot ato mga awards and winning titles prior to this year 2019. For sure, tawag naman siya ga bodybuilding contest, daghan na kayo siya awards nationally, locally, and even internationally. So once again, that is Mr. Don. For us to be amazed by how he looked, here are some of his pictures. Roll AVP. Down to our seventh outstanding gentleman, and he is from Poblacion, Toledo City, and he is Miko Juarez. All right, so Miko Juarez. So we first saw him on television when he joined Pinoy boy band Superstar. So I don't know if he was able to make it in the finals, but I guess during that time he became very famous due to his looks. Okay, mura jud siya si James Reid. Okay, that's how his fans call him, young James Reid. Okay, Mr. Miko Juarez is a talent of Asian Artist Agency Incorporated, or AAAI. So Miko Juarez is coming from a family that has been blessed with so much talents. Wanna know why? Because in his family, he is not just the only one who is talented, but also his brother and sister. So by the way, his brother's name is Anton Juarez and his sister's name is Aina Juarez. So these three young artists have performed Zebiana dance choreography in YouTube, and this time it has almost reached 3 million views. Wow, that's a very amazing 3 million views in YouTube. So I guess grabe kasikat na sila no sa ilang choreographies, ilang dance steps with facial expressions, feelings and emotions and all injected on that dance routines. Okay, here. So Mr. Miko Juarez is not just performing in YouTube, because he is also doing some concerts in both dancing and singing. And in fact, he is also one of the artists of SMAC Pinoy Ito Artist. So yeah, he's one of the artists in that certain contest, or shall I say agency. I don't know if that's an agency. And then he also do some dance and song covers, which we can see on his IG and YouTube accounts. So once again, that's our seventh outstanding gentleman, and that is Miko Juarez. And let's take a look of how handsome he is. Here it goes. And our number 8 outstanding gentleman of Toledo City is Mr. Richie Lanya Labajo, or should I say Dr. Richie Lanya Labajo. So si Dr. Richie Lanya Labajo was a former teacher of Magdugoan National High School and Luray Dos National High School, and was teaching SPED in Luray. Okay, so it was just 2 years ago when he started working in United States of America, specifically in Las Vegas, Nevada. So when Sir Richie was still here, he have done so much for the community. So in fact, he has been helping poor people, and of course he has given a lot of goods and foods to his SPED students, especially when it's the start of the school year. He gave school supplies to those who are in need of it. All right. So when he started working in United States of America, he never forget to give thanks to those people that have been of great part of his journey, especially sa katong mga tao nga ni mentor niya. So that is why he kept on sending gifts, and of course especially to his PED students. So even kami mga co-teachers niya before, piniman niya tabangan, and then ang mga tao ilang mga silingan, and then there were times nga kami mismo yung sugon manghatag mi sa mga tao og mga bugas, especially during this pandemic. So when COVID started, so we started helping people. And so in that way, I guess we should acknowledge his efforts, that even though he's in the United States of America, he still managed to contact friends to at least give help to those people who are in need. So we have helped a lot of people, not just here in Bato, but also in Toledo City, because we went to Magdugo, we went to Matabang, we went to Lutupan, just to give ayuda for all those friends of his na parte sa iyang journey amo jong gitabangan. Okay, so kanipot si Richie during Mother's Day, that was so inspiring when I was part of his video blog. Yes, nangatag mi mga cakes for mothers, and then we asked messages from their children, and that moment was so touching. Kay ngano man during messaging, kay grabe manghilak ang mga bata because they are very thankful to their parents. So that's it. So due to that acts, Richie Lanya Labajo is being featured in this video vlog. So again, to Sir Richie Lanya Labajo, congratulations, and thank you so much for being so inspiring, not just to me, but to everyone. So para inyong mailan si Sir Richie, basig nagkahimamat na mo niya, it's just that you don't know him. Let's watch his pictures right here. And down to our ninth outstanding gentleman, and this is Mr. J.R. Cabernay, or also known as Mr. Rogelio Cabernay Jr., Miss Birth Certificate. Okay, so he is all the way from Puting Bato, Toledo City. Sa mga taga Puting Bato diha, kaway-kaway naman dyan, and give yourselves a big round of applause, because of course J.R. Cabernay is being featured right here as one of the outstanding gentlemen of Toledo City. So si J.R. Cabernay has done so much since he started in service to the public. So he became the SK chairman since 2013 to 2015. He also became barangay councilor from 2018 to 2019 in the said barangay. And this time, it's just last 2019 as to when he was hailed as the barangay captain in the said barangay, and up to present. So I'm not actually talking about politics here, because I'm basing actually to the services that he has offered to the community. Kay kani sa JR, grabe ka matinabangon. In fact, he has been so influential to us LGBTQ members. Sa mura siya sa LGBTQ, usa siya sa among mga idols o huwaran na mga youths. The youth pa ko? I'm only 18 actually. Okay, so here are some of his services. So, of course, mapaserbisyo, mapanaabay position, or sa wala, J.R. Cabernay is always ready to extend hand to those who are in need. So, actually, he is the chairman of Senior Citizens Care. So, grabe, makita ko si mga pictures, grabe kayo siya mo care sa iyang mga senior citizens. So, para niya, ang mga senior citizens are kanang mga tao nga dapat dyan natong alagaran, because, of course, without them, we would have not been here living so successfully in this world. So, it all started with our forefathers. Okay, here. He was also the chairman of the Children is Our Hope. So, ang para niya manggod ang mga children is the hope of our nations, according to Dr. Rizal, diba? So, he also believed in that statement. Okay, here. He is also the chairman of Basic Services. So, again, he's into public service. He's into giving help, extending help without expecting something in return. Okay, so it's just that when COVID started, JR has been so innovative together with his friends. Why? Natag siya mga face shield and kana mga face mask as donations for our frontliners. So with that certain act in this time of pandemic, in this time of crisis, so that is really something that we need to look up. Because of course, as youth as we are, we need to do something. We need to be in public service. We need to serve our people, our community, para makatabang ta in any or by any means. Okay, here. So, because of that certain act, sa JR, nitabang sa bato, nitabang sa asa nga barangay. So, di ba, wala niya na nga. He is from Puting Bato because he extend help to the rest of the barangays who need face shield and face mask, especially our frontliners. So, kani si JR, due to his very nice act, he has been featured in ABS-CBN TV Patrol Central Visayas. So, when you check TV Patrol Central Visayas, you can see JR being featured as, of course, one of the outstanding kanang LGBTQ who has extended help to the community in this time of pandemic. And also, recently in his posts, he is now the ambassador of Be Beautiful. Yeah, that's it. So he wants to tell people that you don't have to pretend as if you're somebody else. You just have to be you, to be yourself. Okay, so maybe I'm talking too much. So this time, let's take a look of his pictures. Again, that's JR Kabuto. Down to our 10th outstanding gentleman, and he is all the way from Batu, Toledo City, my proud barangay. Or yeah, I am so proud to be part of this barangay because daghan kay mga maayong tao sa barangay Batu. So by the way, Sir Richie, which was featured earlier in number 8. So again, he is also from Batu, Toledo City. So his name is Mr. Maverick Ninieza. Are you familiar with him? Okay, so let's take a look of his background. So Maverick Ninieza is the youngest among these 10 outstanding gentlemen, for he is still a college student in UC. So Maverick Ninieza is a V model and has modeled GPA lifestyle and clothing collection. So Jag, BNY, denim. So he has modeled that in our runway. So that is again Maverick Ninieza. He is also a Grab Bay. And he was also the Sinulog Idol 2020 Top 7 and has been an act in several local concerts. So, he's into singing actually. Okay, here. Has guested Umagang Kay Ganda sa ABS-CBN. And of course, he is a Grab Food Ambassador. So, I actually think that Maverick Ninieza is worth to be acknowledged. Why? Even at his very young age, at least he is able to give pride to our beloved city, Toledo City. And by the way, all of these gentlemen, the 10 of them, were nominated by my friends because they think that these people are worth to be acknowledged. And I must say that this is the best thing to do for their works. At least ba, makatabang ta kay grabe ilang natabang sa atong syudad. So at least by this simple mean, we can thank them. Okay, so there we have it, our 10th outstanding gentleman. But before I'm going to close this video, of course, let's take a look of how handsome Maverick Ninieza is. And there we have it, friends, our 10th outstanding gentleman. And one more time, let's give them a big, big round of applause. Again, thank you so much for making us Toledanos and Toledanas so proud of your acts and of your great deeds. And by the way, before I'm going to close this video, let me do a quick shout out to Mr. Romuel Baure. Thank you so much. And to all of my subscribers, thank you all so much. To Irish Bilasoto, one of my former students, thank you so much. To Zera, to Ma'am Klidji Ipis, thank you so much, Ma'am Klidji. And by the way, they also have their YouTube accounts. I hope you can pay a visit on their YouTube channels. And also to all of my colleagues in Luray Dos Barangay High School, thank you all so much. Again, I am being influenced to give let's say, inspiration and motivation to all of the youths. That is why most of my contents are actually into inspiring and motivating everyone. Because of course, at least bang atong oras dili masayang sa pagtanaw sa ana nga mga vlogs. And by the way, I would like to inform everyone that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the subscribe button. And of course, if you want to be updated with my latest vlogs, please click on the bell notification. Once again, thank you all so much and stay tuned for our next raffle draw. Once again, this is Ivar Macapobre of Ivar's channel. Thank you all so much.